What if I told you that one simple dumbbell routine could build more total body muscle in just 3 weeks than most men achieve in 3 months of standard gym training? Sounds impossible until you see the science. Every year after 40, the average man loses up to 1% of muscle mass and 5% of strength, silently trading power for fatigue. But here's the truth. It's not age that's robbing your body, it's the way you train. While most guys chase endless split routines that isolate muscles and waste hormones, a smarter method has been quietly rewriting the rules of human strength. In the next few minutes, you'll discover 6 scientifically backed dumbbell movements that activate over 87% of your total muscle fibers in a single session. No machines, no complicated programs, just pure functional power built the way your body was designed to move. And if you stay until the end, you'll know exactly how to trigger your own 3-week transformation, the same approach that's turning ordinary men into stronger, leaner, more athletic versions of themselves. Number 6, the dumbbell thruster. This isn't just another exercise, it's the explosive total body movement that unites your legs, shoulders, and core into one unstoppable engine of power. The thruster blends a squat with an overhead press, creating one of the most metabolically demanding moves ever tested in functional strength training. Most men separate leg day from upper body work, and that's their first mistake. When you split the body apart, you lose the synergy that real strength depends on. But the dumbbell thruster forces your entire system to fire as one, generating maximum muscle activation, metabolic stress, and growth stimulus all at once. Research shows that full-body thruster training can burn up to 20 calories per minute while simultaneously building lean mass across multiple major muscle groups. Men who performed thrusters 3 times a week saw measurable gains in total body strength, endurance, and cardiovascular capacity, far surpassing those stuck in isolated routines. The real magic here lies in how this movement teaches your body to transfer power seamlessly from the ground up. Here's what happens inside your body when you perform it right. Your legs drive the movement from the bottom of the squat, channeling raw force through your core. That power then flows upward into your shoulders and arms as you explode into the overhead press. This chain reaction doesn't just sculpt muscle, it forges coordination, stability, and speed, the kind of athletic energy that carries over into everything you do. Now here's how to execute it with perfect form. Hold your dumbbells at shoulder height in the rack position. Stand with feet shoulder width apart, chest proud, core tight. Drop into a full squat, hips below parallel if your mobility allows, while keeping the dumbbells steady at your shoulders. Then drive explosively through your heels to stand, using the momentum from your legs to press both dumbbells directly overhead. At the top, lock out your arms, squeeze your glutes, and own that power. Lower the dumbbells back to your shoulders with control and immediately descend into your next squat. Feel that rhythm down drive press. Every rep should flow like a pulse of controlled energy. Beginner options start with lighter dumbbells until your coordination between the squat and press feels natural. You can even split the movement into 2 separate phases, at first squat, then press, before linking them together smoothly. Once ready, perform 3 to 4 sets of 10 to 15 reps using moderate weight. Rest for 90 to 120 seconds between sets. Remember, this isn't about grinding, it's about rhythm, control, and precision. And here's the kicker. The dumbbell thruster doesn't just build muscle, it reshapes how your body handles fatigue. The intensity forces your cardiovascular and muscular systems to adapt together, igniting a full body conditioning effect that's hard to match. When you finish a set, your legs tremble, your heart pounds, your shoulders burn, but that's exactly the signal your body needs to grow stronger, leaner, and more explosive. So if you've ever wondered what one exercise could redefine your entire physique, this is it. The dumbbell thruster is your foundation for real functional power, where strength meets endurance and motion becomes transformation. But if you think that's impressive, wait until you see what happens when you isolate your shoulders with precision and build the kind of 3D deltoid shape that turns heads. Coming up next, number 5, the dumbbell Arnold press. Number 5, the dumbbell Arnold press. Now that your entire body is primed for power, it's time to carve definition and symmetry, the kind of shoulders that look powerful from every angle. Most men press straight overhead, chasing numbers instead of precision, and then wonder why their shoulders look flat, or worse, why they ache. But the Arnold press changes everything. Named after the legend himself, this move activates all three heads of the deltoid front side and rear through a single fluid rotation. It builds strength, mobility, and that iconic roundness that separates athletic physiques from average ones. Here's what makes it so unique. Unlike the traditional overhead press that moves in one plane, the Arnold press introduces rotation, and rotation builds stability. As your palms turn outward through the lift, your shoulder stabilizers fire up, engaging the small but crucial muscles that protect the joint and improve your overall shoulder health. Research confirms that EMG studies show the Arnold press activates all three deltoid heads more completely than standard pressing, giving you balanced development and better protection against overuse injuries. When performed correctly, this exercise does more than build muscle. It builds control. The rotation at the bottom engages your front delts. The press upward strengthens your side delts, and the lockout at the top draws in your rear delts for that full 3D shape. Every inch of movement challenges your stabilizers, your posture, your focus. And when you get it right, you'll feel your shoulders light up from every angle. Here's how to execute it perfectly. Sit tall on a bench with back support, holding your dumbbells at shoulder height. Start with palms facing you, elbows forward. As you press upward, rotate your palms to face forward. Continue until your arms are fully extended overhead. At the top, pause for a heartbeat, feel the contraction, own the moment. Then as you lower, rotate your palms back toward you in one smooth, controlled motion. Your elbows return forward, your shoulders stay packed down and back, your core stays tight. Beginner option. Go lighter than your usual press weight. Master the rotation before loading heavily. This movement isn't about ego, it's about precision. Perform 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, resting 90 seconds between each set. Keep the tempo deliberate, up strong, down controlled, every rep identical. What makes the Arnold press so powerful isn't just the muscle activation, it's what it represents. This is a movement that teaches your body intelligence, that demands connection between your brain, your shoulders, and your breath. When you rotate through the lift, you're not just building mass, you're rewiring how your body moves, how it carries itself. And here's the truth. Most people miss well-developed shoulders don't just make you look better, they make you stronger in everything else you do. From bench pressing to rowing to daily life, your shoulders are your foundation of motion. Build them right, and the rest of your upper body follows. As you finish that last rep, you'll notice something else, the sense of stability, control, and quiet strength that comes from mastering movement, not just force. And that control sets the stage for the next level of balance and symmetry, because up next, we're diving into the back, the anchor of every strong physique. Coming up next, number 4, the single-arm dumbbell row. Number 4, the single-arm dumbbell row. Now that your shoulders are fully activated and your upper body has found its rhythm, it's time to build the foundation of true strength, the kind that gives your frame width, posture, and power. This is where the single-arm dumbbell row comes in. It's not just a back exercise, it's an asymmetrical powerhouse that sculpts the lats, traps, and rhomboids while forcing your core to stabilize against rotation. And that's what makes it so brutally effective. Most men rely on barbell rows, letting their dominant side do the heavy lifting, while their weaker side falls further behind. Over time, that imbalance not only ruins symmetry, it limits strength. But when you row with one arm at a time, your body has no choice but to balance itself. Every pull, every rep, every contraction becomes a test of coordination and control. Research from strength and conditioning studies shows that unilateral rowing activates 63% more core musculature than bilateral barbell rows, all while building comparable pulling strength. That means your abs and obliques are quietly doing overtime work as your back thickens with every rep. And here's the secret, the single arm row doesn't just build your back, it builds anti-rotation stability, teaching your core to resist twisting under load. That's the kind of hidden strength that protects your spine, improves your posture, and makes you more powerful in every other movement. Here's how to perform it correctly. Place one hand and knee on a bench for support, keeping your back flat and your spine neutral. Your other foot stays firmly planted on the floor for balance. With your free hand, grab a dumbbell and let it hang straight down beneath your shoulder. Now drive your elbow straight back toward your hip, keeping it close to your torso. At the top, squeeze your shoulder blade toward your spine, feel that contraction, that pulse of control, then lower the dumbbell slowly and deliberately. Your torso should remain perfectly still, Your core tight, your motion smooth. Complete all reps on one side before switching. Beginner option, go lighter and prioritize form. If balance feels awkward, perform the movement standing with your non-working hand braced on a rack for support. Once your stability improves, move back to the bench variation. Perform 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps per side, resting 90 seconds between each. Keep every pull intentional. The goal isn't just to move the weight, it's to master it. As you progress, you'll notice more than muscle growth. You'll feel alignment returning to your body. Your shoulders sit more evenly. Your core feels stronger. Your back becomes the kind of armor that holds you upright, not just in the gym, but in life. Because strength isn't just what you lift, it's what holds you together. And just when you think your upper back can't get any thicker, it's time to shift focus down the chain to the foundation that drives every lift, every step, every ounce of athletic power you have. Coming up next, number 3, the dumbbell goblet squat. ChatGPT John Noy. Number 2, the dumbbell floor press. You've built your foundation from the ground up. Now it's time to sculpt the upper body power that completes the picture. Most men chase bench press, numbers piling on weight and ignoring form, only to end up with aching shoulders and stalled progress. But the dumbbell floor press flips that equation entirely. It's a joint-safe, muscle-maximizing movement that builds your chest, triceps, and shoulders while protecting your joints from the wear and tear that kills longevity in training. This isn't just a variation, it's an upgrade. Here's the truth: standard bench pressing forces your shoulders into excessive stretch at the bottom, placing stress where you can't produce power. The floor press eliminates that weak range by limiting depth, naturally allowing your muscles, not your joints, to handle the load. The result: maximum activation, zero strain. Research has shown that the dumbbell floor press produces up to 68% greater triceps activation than the traditional barbell bench press, while maintaining nearly identical chest engagement. That means you're hitting the muscles that actually make your upper body stronger without destroying your shoulders in the process. Here's how to perform it with precision. Lie flat on the floor with your knees bent and feet grounded. Hold a dumbbell in each hand above your chest, arms fully extended, palms facing forward. Keep your shoulders packed down and your upper back pressed lightly into the ground. Slowly lower both dumbbells until your elbows gently touch the floor. This is your built-in safeguard. Pause briefly, then drive the dumbbells back up, explosively finishing each rep by squeezing your chest and triceps hard at the top. Your lower back should stay relatively flat, your wrists neutral, your elbows tucked about 45 degrees from your torso. Every inch of the movement should feel strong, controlled, and deliberate. Beginner option: start with light to moderate dumbbells and focus on technique, especially the pause at the bottom. That pause builds power from a dead stop, improving strength through the range that actually matters. Perform 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, resting 2 minutes between sets. And remember, the goal isn't just to move weight, it's to move it with mastery. The floor press trains your body to generate maximum pressing force through the safest possible path. Your triceps become the driving engine of the movement, your chest gets continuous tension where it counts, and your shoulders stay locked in a neutral, pain-free position. Over time, that combination creates pressing strength that feels effortless and stable. And here's something few lifters realize: this movement also teaches control under pressure. There's no bounce, no momentum, no wasted motion, just raw strength and full focus. Every rep builds stability through your arms and core, helping you press heavier, safer, and longer as you age. As you finish your final set, you'll feel a solid burn spreading across your chest and triceps, a satisfying signal that you've trained smart, not reckless. You've built power, not pain. And when upper body stability meets lower body strength, that's when transformation happens. But we're not done yet, because all that pressing power means nothing without the chain that ties your entire body together, the engine behind every lift, sprint, and motion you make. It's time to move to the most fundamental pattern of strength. There is the one that connects your legs, back, and core in a single coordinated symphony. Number 1, the dumbbell Romanian deadlift. This is where it all comes together, the movement that defines true functional strength. The dumbbell Romanian deadlift, or RDL, is more than just a leg or back exercise. It's the single most effective full body movement for building your posterior chain, your hamstrings, glutes, and entire back while forging grip, strength, hip stability, and that athletic posture that radiates confidence. If there's one exercise that can reshape the way your entire body looks and performs, this is it. Most men make the mistake of isolating their training back, leg day, endless splits, and wonder why they never look balanced or powerful. But the human body was never meant to work in pieces. The RDL forces everything behind you to fire as a single integrated unit. Research from the Journal of Strength Research found that men who performed hip hinge movements like this showed 47% higher growth hormone levels compared to those doing isolation leg work. That's the hormonal advantage that turns training into transformation. Here's what's really happening under the surface. As you hinge at the hips, your hamstrings stretch under tension, while your glutes stabilize the movement. Your lats and spinal erectors brace to protect the spine, and your grip and forearms hold that tension all the way through. This full body engagement triggers deep muscular recruitment, boosting muscle building signals from head to toe. Here's how to perform it perfectly. Stand tall with feet about hip width apart, holding a pair of dumbbells at your sides. Keep a slight bend in your knees, chest proud, shoulders packed down and back. Begin the motion by pushing your hips straight behind you, not by bending your knees more. Maintain a flat back as the dumbbells travel down the front of your legs. Lower until you feel a deep, controlled stretch through your hamstrings, usually when the weights reach mid-shin height. Pause for a split second, then drive through your heels and thrust your hips forward, squeezing your glutes hard at the top. Keep the dumbbells close to your body at all times. Beginner option, lighten the load and focus on mastering the hip hinge. You can practice by standing about a foot in front of a wall and pushing your hips back until they tap it. This teaches the right movement pattern without rounding your back. Perform 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, resting 2 minutes between each. Every repetition should feel like a precision drill, smooth, tight, deliberate. The RDL builds more than muscle, it builds resilience. It strengthens the chains that support every lift, every stride, every motion. It's the reason athletes jump higher, move faster, and lift heavier. It's the reason men over 40 rediscover the power they thought they'd lost. And it's the exercise that connects your entire physique into one cohesive system. When you commit to this movement, something changes beyond the body. You start to stand taller, walk stronger, and carry yourself with the quiet confidence that comes from owning your strength again. This is where balance returns between effort and controlled tension, and grace, power, and precision. And now you've reached the end of the countdown. 6 movements, 1 complete system. Together, they awaken 87% of your body's total muscle mass, building not just size, but functional power, the kind that lasts. Train these exercises 3 times a week, rest smart, and fuel your body right. In just 3 weeks, you'll notice the change not only in the mirror, but in the way you move, the way you feel, the way you live. Because strength isn't given, it's rebuilt. So if this inspired you, share it with a friend who's ready to start again. And don't miss the next video where we'll reveal how to maintain these gains and keep your momentum rolling for life.